the next and last key to the game here.
God.
Here we go. Now, this one's a bit trickier. You have to do this before the game as they're walking onto the field. What if each Bills player just started yelling Yo Mama jokes at the Lions bench? Now, just in case they didn't know any, I had a couple for you. You ready, Greg?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
All right. They could yell this one. It might distract them. Yo Mama is so stupid when an intruder... It's so bad. Yo Mama is so stupid when an intruder broke into her house.
Kyle, are you high? What's going on?
It's so bad. She ran downstairs. I can't finish.
The mark of a good comic is always being able to get through your jokes without dying laughing.
I didn't
at
write.
yourself.
I literally Googled these. She ran downstairs, dialed 911 on the microwave.
There was no way that was going to be worth, like, with a good payoff, and yet somehow it happened.
All right. I got one more. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Why would she do that?
Because she's stupid, Greg. Didn't you hear?
I guess.
She's not a smart woman.
No, she's not.
Yo Mama is so ugly, she made one direction go another direction.
I think I have a new segment. Kyle reads Yo Mama jokes.
Yeah. I think we have a new podcast. Why the fuck would we talk about the Bills?
Do you have anything else to say about the game? We know Tom Brady has now won more games in Buffalo than any player has won in an opposing city in NFL history.
I have a little on that, and it's not really on Brady. It's if you were at the game, and this is for anyone who was at the game. I couldn't go to the game. I've got the foot, so, and I wouldn't have gone. I would never go to a Patriots game, and I definitely wouldn't go to a Monday Night Patriots game. But when that game went bad, if you were at the game, you had to deal with the Patriot fans, who are mostly from Toronto, and they all act like pieces of shit. But so you're at the game and you just suffered through it, and all these Patriot fans are giving you shit for it. Like, this is what bothers me when I see the Patriots do good. It's not like I don't even dislike Tom Brady. I don't care about him. He's a good quarterback. I hate the fan that glams onto him and talks shit when they fucking did nothing. Like, that bothers me. Like, I was alive when the Bills were good. I had friends who didn't like the Bills that liked other teams. I love the Bills. I would never give you shit for the Bills being good, because how big of a piece of shit of a human being do you have to be to do that? Like, what the fuck are you? Because some millionaire you root for does well, so that, like, gives you pride. Like, fuck you. Stay home. Like, some guy in a Gronk jersey talking shit to people walking back to their car. Like, that's the reason I hate when the Bills lose to the Patriots, because that fucking guy gets validation, and he's the worst piece of shit who ever lived. Because he goes home and sees who won in the NBA, and all of a sudden that's his favorite team. Like, oh, I'm a fucking Golden State Warriors fan. Like, fuck you. Like, you've done nothing with your life, and you go to a Patriots game because you're from fucking Toronto, and you can't get to a Leafs game because all the rich people go there, and that fucking team, fuck them anyways. But so you come down to the Bills game, you watch a fucking Patriots game, root for the Patriots, go home, watch SportsCenter, and root for Man U because they fucking won tonight. Like, fuck you. That's why I hate the Patriots.
I was so into that. You could have sold me any type of literature you wanted, Greg. I was in the church of Greg Bauk right there. My hand was to the sky.
Yeah, we needed a choir.
Let's go Buffalo! Let's go Buffalo!
I did some more research on these guys, and I found some lesser known but still pretty significant negatives that I think people should talk about more. All right? So, Josh Allen, everyone knows the knock on him. He's just a bad quarterback. And
Quite a knock.
that's a pretty good one. Pretty big knock. Rosen, no one brings up that his mom is a Quaker. You guys know what a Quaker
No one
is?
brings it up. Like, it's like controversial at all that his mom's a Quaker. Like, there's anything to bring up
what
about
I'm
that.
saying.
Like, that's what our team shied him away because his mom's a Quaker.
I'm getting to it. Quakers, if you don't know, they used to wear big white wigs right? Rosen identifies as Jewish. But what if at some point he decides to move over to Quaker? You can't fit the wig under the helmet. How's he going to play football?
Do we know for sure this is not like just really, really stupid bad information? Like, I don't trust you on this white wig thing.
I looked this stuff.
I don't know.
care.
It seems like not a reach to me.
See? Thank you, Sean.
I did a Google search. Quakers wear wigs. The first result from The Quaker, a study in costume, the first line. Quakers, of course, did not wear wigs.
I'll just go with concussions for Josh.
You want to hear the song I wrote for the Bills?
Yeah, you have a song?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dan wrote a song.
Of course I want to hear the
think-
song. How dare you even ask like I'm going to say no to that?
You guys know that I'm an avid guitar player, right? Did you know that?
You do not have a guitar. This is not
He
happening.
plays his guitar every day.
Oh my God, he has a guitar.
So about, maybe a month ago, I purchased a Martin GP CPA-4 from Reverb.com.
I don't know what that means.
And okay, so this is the song. Ready? The Bills won. That's as far as I got so far. But I think I covered a lot of what the game was.
Actually, as a product of being only 6 seconds long, that was the best Bills song ever written.
It's true.
I'm sure it'll be played at games soon. I don't know how I'm going to get the rights, acquired to allow them to play it.
I think you should replace the shout song.
The Bills won, and then the crowd just shuts up.
Yeah, and then everyone's, please be silent.
Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo.
Did he catch a touchdown pass today? Did that happen? I watched all of the games, so I should have
He
known
didn't
that
catch a
had happened.
touchdown.
Wait, yeah, he did.
No.
I told you I wasn't watching this. Should we start over?
Can someone look up the box score? This is terrible. No one's going to listen.
I'm looking it up right now.
See, Ryan Tannehill didn't catch a touchdown pass. He caught 2 passes for 9 yards.
Wait, he caught 2 passes.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Let's move on.
We should talk about this for another 20 minutes at least.
I don't want to talk about anything else but this. But how the fuck did he catch 2 passes for 9 yards?
Right here, the Google box score that I have, Kyle, R. Tannehill, 1 catch, 3 yards, 1 touchdown.
Okay, that's not right, because I'm on a different box score and it says 2 for 9 too. Holy shit. I'm just so proud of us for punishing our listener.
Oh, you know what, Kyle? Here's proof you're wrong. Rushing, Ryan Tannehill, 2 carries, 9 yards.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I would like to apologize to Greg for lying to him. I was looking at rushing.
We are a great podcast.
Oh, so was I.
So let's get into this game. The Bills won. I'd say Josh Allen's best game. Makes me excited to see what he could do next year. It's possible we were all wrong. What do you say, Kyle?
Well, I hate to break it to you. I've never been wrong. I told you guys that I was wrong once when I was 7, and I said never again.
Kyle, you were wrong 45 seconds ago.
No, I wasn't wrong there. I have to promote something that Sean made me make. I'm not excited about this, but Sean
I
made
stand
me
by
do
it.
it.
I stand by the potential of humor with this idea.
Okay.
So, for the podcast, for our listeners, I created an email address as opposed to, I guess, tweeting. No
Did we
tweeting.
establish what the email address is yet?
It's inthehuntcast@gmail.com. You can email whatever you want, and I'll say it on the podcast. I guess that's it, Sean. This was your idea. You tell
I
them.
think this is a great idea. We're gonna get a lot of emails. We're gonna get
We're
stuff.
not going to get a single email. I'm guaranteed no one's listening to us. No one gives a shit about the email address, and no one will send an email. So anyone that sends us an email can have my social security number in response. We'll make it the auto reply to anyone sending an email, because no one's going to fucking send us an email, because people don't do that anymore. This is the worst idea we've ever had. Other than actually doing a podcast, this is the worst idea we've ever had.
Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo.
Does anyone think there's any way Nathan Peterman starts week 1?
I do.
Absolutely.
I think it's a 100% certain.
This is a Peterman podcast, dude. Don't come in with that weak-ass McCarron shit. What, you talk for a second. I gotta look up something.
Oh, God. This is typical Kyle podcasting right
Does that mean
here.
go into poop?
He just Googled Buffalo Bills. What the hell's the AFC?
Okay. All right. I totally forgot what I was looking up. That's how long.
Jesus Christ.
That's how
That
long.
sucks because America's really clamoring for more podcasts with stats.
Okay, this is what I was looking up. His first start last year in Minnesota, he only completed 52% of his passes. So now 90. So he's the starter. I guess that's
Boy, I
what I
can't
was
wait
going
for
to
next
say.
preseason when he completes 120% of his passes. Based on these projections.
We're predicting it here first. Nathan Peterman, week 1 preseason 2019, 120% completion percentage.
14 of 10.
A guy catches the ball, laterals it back to him, and then he throws another completion.
He does 7 flea
fucking
flickers.
amazing. Boy, I can't wait to watch next year's preseason.
Well, let's let Kyle tell us about the game.
To be honest, I was watching on an illegal live stream off Reddit, so it was
Here
very
we go.
choppy what
You
I saw.
piece of shit.
But from what I think I saw, it was preseason. That's the whole
Thanks. Thanks, Kyle.
Good.
That's why I'm your replacement on this podcast.
I'm glad we got your insights. You sure you don't want to Google any more info on that?
You guys, from what I watched last night, this was. Do you guys know this was a preseason game? This doesn't even count towards their record.
We didn't tell Kyle, but this is Rick's audition to replace him on the Unlocked cast. And I'm sold.
I can't believe they benched Peterman after he was 9 for 10. What a crazy move.
It was a very strange move.
What kind of psychopath is listening to this?
Well, you know what? Speaking of Greg, I messaged you and Kyle. I did a little research on who's listening to this podcast. And there's people from all over the country. We got a listener in Wyoming, probably Josh Allen's college coach burning pictures of Kyle into a fire. We got 2 listeners in Spain,
Hola.
2 listeners in the United Kingdom, and 1 listener in Sweden.
Sweeto.
That's how you say hi in Sweden. You say Swedo. Swedo.
You know what, Kyle? I got some good news. I'll put you in a happier mindset. We are getting more listeners from Sweden.
Hell yeah, dude.
So do you want to say hello to our Swedish listeners?
Sway.
I thought it was Sweeto.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's like the difference between hello and hi.
Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo.
You saw by now that there was another dildo thrown on the field, right? You listening, Greg? You look like you're dozing off.
Oh, I'm listening. I've had a couple. She got me some stouts for my birthday.
So when it came to on Twitter that someone had thrown it on the field and everyone was seeing it during the game, our friend and Bills fan Chris Donahue looked at us and said, "Dildo, more like Bildo." And I thought that was good enough to be the tweet of the week. I'm going to go out of character here, guys. I'm not a fan of the dildo throwing.
No.
I said it last year. It was fun the first time. The second time was a little bit of a callback. Now it's just like, is this really going to be our thing? We're going to throw a dildo onto the field every time we play the Patriots. I'm kind of done with it.
But I do like the idea of coloring a dildo in Bill's colors and selling it as a dildo.
Well, until the Pagulas go after that. Can you imagine the court case? Like, oh, that's trademarked. You can't sell this dildo.
Listen, the podcast needs merch. And I say we start selling dildos.
What might hurt the dildo thing? I saw a tweet of a guy in an orange jumpsuit in court he's from Florida. He came up to the Bills game, threw a dildo on the field, got arrested, was in jail overnight for dildo throwing. If people know you're going to fucking go to jail for throwing a dildo, like me personally, I wouldn't throw a dildo. I definitely am not going to get drunk enough to throw a dildo if I know I could, like, if my mom's going to see me on Channel 4 News in an orange jumpsuit. Like, I'm not going to throw a dildo.
But if the dildo was a bildo and said hashtag in the hunt, then our moms would be proud of us, all three of us.
Make your moms proud.
You know what my new favorite thing is in the draft? Is the dead parent mention.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, it's like reality TV now. They always got to mention, like, everyone's got these hardships and dead parents. It's like, Jesus, did anyone have parents?
It's outrageous. It literally... Sean, do you know what we're talking about?
No, I missed a lot of the draft.
I'll give you an example. I saw this 50 times. So every time a player gets drafted, obviously it goes back to the draft analysts, and then they talk about the player. And every time that player has a parent that died, they mention it.
Yeah.
Every single time. Like, here's how it sounds every single time they do it. I'll just make this up here. With the 49th pick in the NFL draft, the Miami Dolphins select Xavier Smith, running back, Pittsburgh. Oh, man, I love this pick. Great kid. Now, his mom died in 2010, and his speed is off the charts. It makes...